Welcome back, we the people. We're continuing reading in this current session of about 3 or 4 recordings that I'm doing. So we're into verse 14, chapter 1, verse 14 of the Revelation, the book of Revelation. Mistranslation by King James. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, close quotation. Dr. York, right translation. And the hair of the Messiah Jesus' head was white, which is really Malachi Z York. This is the reader speaking here. And the hair of the Messiah Jesus' head was white, just like wool, symbolizing his kingly crown. And it was like the color of snow. And he had gray hair, proving that he lived to be a very old man, though Christians would like for the world to believe that he died on the cross at the age of 33. And his eyes were as inflamed like fire, meaning the whites of his eyes were reddish, a Nubian trait. This is end of quotation. So we see from here, this is the reader speaking here, we see from here the description of who the real Messiah that John was talking about of those days and time was none other than Malachi Z York, who had woolly haired, nappy haired, just like Nubians in this day and time, and in all times. There we have our picture, our depiction of Yeshua at the age of 120 years. Continue reading, verse 15, King James mistranslation. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burnt in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters, close quotation. So there we have, that's a Nubian description right there. This is Dr. York's pen, being guided by Malachi Z York. And the Messiah Jesus' feet looked like pure brass, as if they had been burnt black in a furnace. The color of brass is sardis, and in brackets, dark brown, yet reddish, close brackets. And his voice was like the sound of many waters running. The Messiah Jesus had a raspy, coarse voice. Its force and magnitude sounds like the crash of water on the shores, close quotation. Now, this is the reader speaking here. Yes, we know that many Nubians, our Nubian natural tone of voice is very raspy and deep. And yes, we are dark brown to reddish and of many other hues in between. And any of you who have ever met Dr. York, you will see that this describes some of his features as far as his color is concerned. As you can see from the picture in front of you, not this one. That's another being. That's Elohim Uriel, the elder Shamuel, also known as the elder Shamuel. This is Dr. York right here, incarcerated in the Supermax prison right now. We need to take him out of there or campaign for his release as soon as possible. Although we're not involved in politics, he is being held or kidnapped as a political prisoner for his setting the record straight and righting the wrongs through his writing, through his pen, which we will see in the next couple of verses. Verse 16, King James mistranslation. And he had in his right hand 7 stars, and out of his mouth went a sharp, 2-edged sword, and his countenance was as the sun shineth in his strength, close quotation. Dr. York's right translation. And in Malachi Z York's, in bracket, Melchizedek, close brackets, right hand were 7 stars, the 7 holy messengers, in brackets, seraphim. 1. Gabriel. 2. Uriel. 3. Uziel. 4. Raphael. 5. Israel. 6. Zamarel. 7. Malachi Zadok, close brackets. And a sharp sword that possessed double edges, sharp sword that possessed double edges came forth from his mouth. For his, in brackets, Malachi Zadok, otherwise known as Melchizedek, leader of the deities, supreme deity, will have a tongue of truth to cut up the lies. The two-edged sword symbolizes the knowledge of Ashuric, Syriac, which is in brackets Arabic, close brackets, and to translate it into English for you, which will enable him to decipher the scriptures so that he will be able to explain to them, the uneducated people. This knowledge is necessary in order for him to be able to break down and destroy the false doctrines of the various schisms and sects, false messiahs and prophets that will try to lead innocent people astray. It is the Anunnaki Malachi Zadok who guides my pen. You hear that, people? This is the reader here. It is the Anunnaki Malachi Zadok who guides my pen. With the words written in many books, I, Dr. Malachi Z York, have published. I have been cutting up falsehood with truth. There is no question that can be asked that can't be answered. And his, in brackets, Malachi Zadok, Melchizedek's, close brackets, face will radiate, which is in brackets, shine, close brackets, like the sun in all its power with the light of glory. So there we have it, people. In this day and time, many of you will soon realize who this being is, Dr. York, and realize that he has within him the forces of nature, which makes him the most powerful being on this planet at this day and time, because he is a leader. He is the leader of the deities, who are supreme deities, beings on this planet right now. And other forces are battling against him. But as in previous days, the wars in the heavens, he won that battle. And he has already won this one. It's just a matter of time. So all those people out there, religious charlatans and so forth, misleading the people, you all need to mend your ways and repent, to use a religious phrase. Just straighten yourselves out and do the right thing. That's all we're saying. So the angel of justice is here, or I should say the angel of justness is here in this day and time to right the wrongs. And other forces are trying to send us down the wrong path with false information and misguidance and fear tactics and threats and atrocities that are committed around the world to strike fear into us so that we will give up our natural rights and allow them to continue to govern us. We the people, we must want the truth. We must seek the truth. It's our right. We must demand the truth. And don't wait for one man, Dr. Malachi Z York, to do it by himself. We have to, and we've already done it. We are already on our way. As I've said before, the revolution has already taken place. It's not been televised. It's been quiet, and there has been no bloodshed or any kind of atrocities committed because of it. It's quiet and it's clean. So stay focused with the people, and we back people who tell the truth or expose the truth, like in the ASANGE affair. Until the next time, people, stay mindful without fear. Peace and love to all.